1. Not an expert on the arms race. 2. Praise publicly, but criticize privately. 3. Small aim is a crime, have a great aim. 4. If we are not free, no one will respect us. 5. No sanction can stand against ignited minds. 6. I was willing to accept what I couldn't change. Seven. War is never a lasting solution for any problem. 8. If you want to shine like a sun, first burn like a sun. 9. You have to dream before your dreams can come true. 10. For me, there is no such thing as a negative experience. 11. Excellence is a continuous process and not an accident. 12. Great dreams of great dreamers are always transcended. 13. The bird is powered by its own life and by its motivation. 14. I have met 18 million youth, and each wants to be unique. 15. Do we not realize that self-respect comes with self-reliance? 16. In India we only read about death, sickness, terrorism, crime. 17. Science is a beautiful gift to humanity. We should not distort it. 18. Poetry comes from the highest happiness or the deepest sorrow. 19. Building capacity dissolves differences. It irons out inequalities. 20. Great teachers emanate out of knowledge, passion and compassion. 21. As a child of God, I am greater than anything that can happen to me. 22. For me, there are two types of people: the young and the experienced. 23. For success of any mission, it is necessary to have creative leadership. 24. Man needs his difficulties because they are necessary to enjoy success. 25. We should not give up and we should not allow the problem to defeat us. 26. The youth need to be enabled to become job generators from job seekers. 27. Economy forced me to become a vegetarian, but I finally started liking it. 28. Let us sacrifice our today so that our children can have a better tomorrow. "29. The wealth of information now available at the click of a finger amazes me. You see, God helps only people who work hard. That principle is very clear. 31. When a nation is surrounded by weaponized nations, she has to equip herself. 32. To succeed in your mission, you must have single-minded devotion to your goal. 33. India should walk on her own shadow. We must have our own development model. 34. Life is a difficult game. You can win it only by retaining your birthright to be a person. Three 5. What is politics? Political system is equal to development politics plus political politics. "36. No religion has mandated killing others as a requirement for its sustenance or promotion." "37. If you get no as an answer, remember no means next opportunity. So let's be positive." "38. For great men, religion is a way of making friends. Small people make religion a fighting tool." "39. The president's post should not be politicized. Once a president is elected, he is above politics." 40. Nations consist of people, and with their effort, a nation can accomplish all it could ever want. "41. One of the very important characteristics of a student is to question. Let the students ask questions." "42. Be more dedicated to making solid achievements than in running after swift but synthetic happiness." "43. India can live without nuclear weapons. That's our dream. And it should be the dream of the US also." 44. I firmly believe that unless one has tasted the bitter pill of failure, one cannot aspire enough for success. Four 5. Don't fear for facing failure in the first attempt, because even the successful maths starts with 0 only. 46. My 2020 vision for India is to transform it into a developed nation. That cannot be abstract, it is a lifeline. 47. Climbing to the top demands strength, whether it is to the top of Mount Everest or to the top of your career. 48. My view is that at a younger age your optimism is more and you have more imagination, etc. You have less bias. 49. India has to be transformed into a developed nation. A prosperous nation and a healthy nation, with a value system. 50. Don't read success stories, you will only get a message. Read failure stories, you will get some ideas to get success. 51. Those who cannot work with their hearts achieve but a hollow, half-hearted success that breeds bitterness all around. 52. Courage is the most important of all virtues because without courage you cannot practice any other virtue consistently. "53. To become unique. The challenge is to fight the hardest battle which anyone can imagine until you reach your destination. 54. Ultimately, education in its real sense is the pursuit of truth. It is an endless journey through knowledge and enlightenment. "55. I was a disadvantaged child from a non-educated family, yet I had the advantage of being in the company of great teachers. 56. One of the more difficult tasks for me as president was to decide on the issue of confirming capital punishment awarded by courts. 57. Creativity is the key to success in the future. And primary education is where teachers can bring creativity in children at that level. 58. All wars signify the failure of conflict resolution mechanisms, and they need post-war rebuilding of faith, trust and confidence. 59. If four things are followed, having a great aim, acquiring knowledge, hard work, and perseverance, then anything can be achieved. 60. While children are struggling to be unique, the world around them is trying all means to make them look like everybody else. 61. Unless India stands up to the world, no one will respect us. In this world, fear has no place. Only strength respects strength. 62. If four things are followed, having a great aim, acquiring knowledge, hard work, and perseverance, then anything can be achieved. 63. Don't take rest after your first victory, because if you fail in second, more lips are waiting to say that your first victory was just luck. 64. Look at the sky. We are not alone. The whole universe is friendly to us and conspires only to give the best to those who dream and work. 65. If you fail, never give up, because fail means first attempt in learning. End is not the end. In fact, END means effort never dies. 66. The purpose of education is to make good human beings with skill and expertise. Enlightened human beings can be created by teachers. "67. Science has revealed that the human body is made up of millions and millions of atoms. For example, I am made up of 5.8 times 10 to the 27 atoms. 68. Writing is my love. If you love something, you find a lot of time. I write for 2 hours a day, usually starting at midnight. At times, I start at 11. 69. All birds find shelter during a rain. But eagle avoids rain by flying above the clouds. Problems are common, but attitude makes the difference. We should remember that there are nations which meet more than 30 to 60% of their power requirements through the nuclear power system. Sometimes, it's better to bunk a class and enjoy it with friends, because now, when I look back, marks never make me laugh, but memories do. The reality of your own nature should determine your speed. If you become restless, speed up. If you become tense and high-strung, slow down. 73. God, our Creator, has stored within our minds and personalities great potential, strength and ability. Prayer helps us tap and develop these powers. 74. In a democracy, the well-being, individuality and happiness of every citizen is important for the overall prosperity, peace and happiness of the nation. 75. Over the years, I had nurtured the hope to be able to fly. To handle a machine as it rose higher and higher in the stratosphere was my dearest dream. 76. One lesson that every nation can learn from China is to focus more on creating village-level enterprises, quality health services and educational facilities. 77. Educationists should build the capacities of the spirit of inquiry, creativity, entrepreneurial and moral leadership among students and become their role model. Difficulties in your life do not come to destroy you, but to help you realize your hidden potential and power. Let difficulties know that you too are difficult. 79. We have not invaded anyone. We have not conquered anyone. We have not grabbed their land, their culture, their history and tried to enforce our way of life on them. 80. We will be remembered only if we give to our younger generation a prosperous and safe India, resulting from economic prosperity coupled with civilizational heritage. 81. When grand plans for scientific and defense technologies are made, do the people in power think about the sacrifices the people in the laboratories and fields have to make? 82. See the flower. How generously it distributes perfume and honey. When its work is done, it falls away quietly. Try to be like the flower, unassuming despite all its qualities. 83. Let me define a leader. He must have vision and passion and not be afraid of any problem. Instead, he should know how to defeat it. Most importantly, he must work with integrity. 84. If women can succeed only by emulating men, I think it is a great loss. The aim is not only for women to succeed but also to keep feminine essence and let that influence society. '85. Teaching is a very noble profession that shapes the character, caliber, and future of an individual. If the people remember me as a good teacher, that will be the biggest honor for me. '86. Science is global. Einstein's equation, E equals mc2, has to reach everywhere. Science is a beautiful gift to humanity. We should not distort it. Science does not differentiate between multiple races. '87. Never stop fighting until you arrive at your destined place, that is, the unique you. Have an aim in life, continuously acquire knowledge, work hard, and have perseverance to realize the great life. '88. Where there is righteousness in the heart, there is harmony in the house. When there is harmony in the house, there is order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world. '89. The sweetness we taste in a piece of sugar is neither a property of the sugar nor a property of ourselves. We are producing the experience of sweetness in the process of interacting with the sugar. '90. If a country is to be corruption-free and become a nation of beautiful minds, I strongly feel there are three key societal members who can make a difference. They are the father, the mother, and the teacher. '91. Where do the evils like corruption arise from? It comes from the never-ending greed. The fight for corruption-free ethical society will have to be fought against this greed and replace it with, what can I give, spirit. '92. English is necessary as at present original works of science are in English. I believe that in 2 decades, original works of science will start coming out in our languages. Then we can move over like the Japanese. '93. Why are we, as a nation, so obsessed with foreign things? Is it a legacy of our colonial years? We want foreign television sets. We want foreign shirts. We want foreign technology. Why this obsession with everything imported? '94. Almost half of the population of the world lives in rural regions and mostly in a state of poverty. Such inequalities in human development have been one of the primary reasons for unrest and, in some parts of the world, even violence. Dr. Abdulkalam quotes. 95. Tell me, why is the media here so negative? Why are we in India so embarrassed to recognize our own strengths, our achievements? We are such a great nation. We have so many amazing success stories, but we refuse to acknowledge them. Why? '96. It's when children are 15, 16 or 17 that they decide whether they want to be a doctor, an engineer, a politician, or go to the Mars or Moon. That is the time they start having a dream, and that's the time you can work on them. '97. When we tackle obstacles, we find hidden reserves of courage and resilience we did not know we had. And it is only when we are faced with failure do we realize that these resources were always there within us. We only need to find them and move on with our lives. 98. When you look at the light bulb above you, you remember Thomas Alva Edison. When the telephone bell rings, you remember Alexander Graham Bell. Marie Curie was the first woman to win the Nobel Prize. When you see the blue sky, you think of Sir C.V. Raman. '99. Real education enhances the dignity of a human being and increases his or her self-respect. If only the real sense of education could be realized by each individual and carried forward in every field of human activity, the world will be so much a better place to live in. 100. My message, especially to young people, is to have courage to think differently, courage to invent, to travel the unexplored path, courage to discover the impossible and to conquer the problems and succeed. These are great qualities that they must work towards. This is my message to the young people.